Money FM 89.3, the best of the afternoon update.
Good afternoon to you. You're with me, Lin Lee, on the Afternoon Update. Now, as Singapore begins trials for battery charging and swapping and mobile charging systems for electric heavy goods vehicles in the second half of this year, Industry Insight will be taking a look at mobile EV charging services today and how such solutions are addressing gaps in the charging ecosystem. So we're speaking with P.UP Tech, which is one of two pioneering Singapore firms that will participate in the trial to support the charging of EVs, including vans, trucks, and buses. On the line with me is Chin Ki Min, co-founder and CEO of P.UP Tech, which is cutely known as P.UP, on the line to tell us more. Ki Min, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Lindy.
Now, before we get into the industry of mobile charging, introduce your company to us and how did you get involved in the project?
So I've been selling cars for 20 over years, so I wanted to make good with the amount of carbon dioxide that I put into the air. So I thought I wanted to do something good. And we came up with this concept while I was in Korea. Even then, with Korea a little bit more advanced than Singapore, range anxiety was a huge problem for EVs. We thought to ourselves, since we have power banks for mobile phones, why can't we put a power bank on wheels? And therefore P.UP was born. When we actually came up with this concept, there were only 4 companies in the world that was actually pioneering this.
Wow.
And we're proud to be one of them. You know, it also puts Singapore on the map.
I understand that you're a trained engineer. You sound like, you mentioned you've been selling cars for a long time. You're not just a car salesman, you're a trained engineer. That's why you came up with this approach to actually come up with a portable power bank for EVs.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And how do mobile EV chargers fit into the larger EV charging ecosystem? I know you're addressing gaps in the charging ecosystem. Lots of people with EVs are complaining about how difficult it is to get their cars charged. But how does this all fit into the larger ecosystem?
Firstly, I always come from the customer point of view. You're buying an asset that's not very cheap. And then your salesman tells you that, look, Lindley, you're doing a great thing for the earth, but you have to pay me a bit more and also sacrifice your lifestyle a bit. And I guess that's a hard sell. So mobile charging is a new facet of the ecosystem whereby we provide convenience to the consumer. So imagine you have a mobile fuel station at the palm of your hands. This fairy godmother takes care of everything you need on your car. So whether you're on the program here, an hour later your car will be fully charged. Not only that, fully cleaned. And when you need your car checked up, we will help you check your car and so on and so forth. So it's not only a charging methodology, it's actually a full concierge to take care of your EV.
I see. Wow. Okay. Ki Min, I was actually coming from the point of view that you're one of 2 companies that have been given the green light to offer mobile charging for electric vehicles for the next 4 years. So what are some of the infrastructure that's going to be put in place to have more of such mobile EV chargers in the ecosystem?
Obviously, the ecosystem is made up of course, the most convenient. If you go home, you plug your car into your garage, that's home charging. But unfortunately, only less than 5% of Singapore households are landed. Then we have destination, and we have now mobile. And mobile serves a critical need. Number 1, imagine you're stuck right in the middle of nowhere and you need a rescue. That's not a normal charging. Only mobile can help. So that's 1. Number 2, of course, like I said, we are a fairy godmother. We are a concierge service. So our mobile chargers will be very conveniently or cutely, as you say, called puppies. Our puppies provide charge to probably around 10% of Singapore's passenger EV population. And they never have to look for charging ever again. The technologies are basically, we keep on putting in the fastest chargers. So now our chargers are 120 kilowatt output, which basically would charge your, say, Tesla in less than half an hour, in about 20 minutes. Or your Hyundai Ioniq 5 in exactly 22 minutes from 20% to 80%. And we are constantly doing R&D to actually put in other things such as renewable energy to make it cleaner. And remember my pledge to right my wrongs and hopefully build some karma. So we're making our electricity greener. We are making our services faster so that you can basically get on with life and the more important things in life.
Kim, you mentioned earlier that it charges up to 80%. Is that the maximum it does?
No, but that's the manufacturer's recommendation. Just like your handphone, if you notice at the last 20 or 10%, it actually slows down to protect the battery. And it also gets a bit hot when you charge your handphone too fast. Obviously, it's a good habit to charge up to 80% or at max 85, 90%. This is usual kind of way to prolong the life of your battery.
I see. Okay. So how does it all work? Let's get into details now. Do we go somewhere or someone comes to the car or what happens? And what do you need to have in order to, get mobile charging?
Very simple. You just go to Apple Store or Google Play. You download the P.UP app and then it's just like Grab or Uber. You appoint a place, a time, and you tell us when and where you need us to come. We'll come to you, just like I said, Lindy. Once you finish this session, your car would probably be fully charged. And you can also ask us to do other things, to vacuum your car, to clean your car, and everything would be done simultaneously. We could even do a battery health check on your car, tire check, and so on.
This is making it easier for people who want to buy an EV to consider that option as well. Now, clearly you're a pioneer in this space. How did you go through all the teething problems and get started with this business?
Wow, that's a long story, but it was very fun. We started with the concept of putting a power bank on wheels, which sounded very simple, but nobody really understood this. And we went through a lot of iterations till today. So the efficiency today is quite interesting. So we are 5 times to 6 times more efficient in terms of coverage than any other charger. So one of our puppies would effectively serve 100 customers, for example, on a weekly basis. That's compared to the other fixed chargers, whereby typically each charger serves maybe 4 to 5 customers a day. We are able to lower the burden in terms of the infrastructure needed for EV charging and satisfy every customer. Because ultimately, we live in high-density cities, right? It's not possible to have a charger in every parking lot. That's a fact. We are trying to actually put a charger into the palm of every hand.
And are there any, I suppose, some maintenance to be done to these charger packs, if you like?
Oh, yes, of course. There's a full engineering team running. We do weekly maintenance checks. We do quarterly servicing and everything. These are high-performance chargers. Each of our battery pack is actually of a higher grade compared to normal EV batteries. So if you compare a usage of our battery pack, 1 year of our usage would be equivalent to 10 years of a passenger car's battery use.
And, Kim, tell me more about this industry in general. Where are we at right now?
We are at early stages. Think iPhone 3.
That's really, really early.
Very early stages in the whole EV industry itself. Every day there are new technologies coming out, very exciting. And I really recommend you consider buying an EV, Linley.
Okay.
It's a wonderful experience.
Okay, I'm not sold yet because I'd like to know more about this mobile EV charging. How many cars are you able to support in maybe a week?
Each puppy would support currently at current efficiency. We run 2 shifts a day, 7-11, so 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. We are able to support about 100 customers per puppy, per mobile charger. We currently have 10 mobile chargers, and the dream is basically to keep doing R&D to increase the efficiency. So one day we want to be able to double the efficiency to have one mobile charger serving up to 200 customers.
Okay. Now, away from Singapore, what are the latest developments in this space, in the mobile EV charging market?
This is actually needed across a lot of high-density cities in Asia. So P.UP has actually expanded to Malaysia. We're actually going live this month.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you very much. We will be announcing soon in other Asian countries, another 4 countries coming online within the next 6 months. But the best news is that now, for example, any Singaporean customers driving to JB, Malaysia, KL, very soon, you have no fear, P.UP will be there to support you if anything happens, or if you need a quick charge or anything.
Wow, that sounds fantastic. And are you looking for partners still?
We are always looking for partners. I mean, the space is a huge space, and the sky's the limit, I guess.
Okay, and what is your outlook for this industry? What other new innovations do you foresee coming up?
There are multiple areas of innovation that is needed. So, for example, I mentioned renewables. That's one area. Ancillary services, which basically includes like all your EV car checkups, battery health, even down to how much is your EV worth, let's say 3 years from now or 5 years from now. All these needs to be tied into what's your battery health, for example. And P.UP is one of the only ones that basically regularly see your car. We probably see your car more than your local mechanic.
Okay. And where do we find you if there are listeners who might want to reach out to you and to get the cars charged with this mobile EV charger?
Very simple. Go to Apple Store or Google Play. Look for P.UP, Power on Demand, and you can download the app. Or you can go to our website, www.p-up.com.
All right. Thank you very much, Kim Min, co-founder and CEO of P.UP Tech, or P.UP as he calls it, on the line to share so much about mobile EV chargers with us. Thank you, Kim Min.
Thanks so much, Lindy. Thank you.